Hey everyone, how's it going? We're gonna start real soon. Just doing some final checks of the Wi-Fi, and hopefully we're not gonna have any dropouts this stream. Wi-Fi looks pretty stable today, and our CPU usage looks real good too. So we're gonna be starting up very soon. Feel free to chill out, and I'll transition to the game's image now. And yeah, while I'm just waiting on that final stuff I need to do before we start the stream, feel free to gaze upon a panel and formulate some questions about things you might not know about the instrumentation, and feel free to ask away, and I'll answer when I get back. But we'll be picking up very soon. All right, let's get started, shall we? So, as promised, we are going to be skipping the LEM deorbit burn. The reason being is this is not actually performed by the astronauts, obviously. So, from a perspective of the astronaut, it's unimportant, but also because this is sort of a dedicated spacecraft, so as promised, we will be leaving it up in lunar orbit. So yeah, let's get into the swing of things. Just gonna close out all the windows I don't need. Let's go. Yep, eggs at hold, pulse, pulse, pulse. Guidance control eggs. Deadband max. And we'll load the digital autopilot here. Verb 48, enter. Verb 21, enter. 12021, enter. Excuse me, verb 21, enter. 12021. Hello, verb 48, enter. 12021. Okay, it is refusing. That's fine, I guess. Proceed. Alright, we got our weight information to load in. verb 24, enter, plus 05622 plus 37836. Proceed. Verb 37, enter, 00, enter. Exterior lighting, off. And we're going to verify comms on the forward S-band. Very good. And we'll reacquire. Remember, once greater than 3, then auto. There you go. Biomed right, bitrate high, and everything's looking good from there. We do just need to make sure that that overhead cabin dump valve isn't open. And we're going to go ahead and equalize the CM and LM pressures. To do that, we're going to start off with monitoring our surge tank. And we've got plenty of gas for that. So we'll cut off our emergency cabin repress. We'll cut off our repress package. And we are going to manually pressurize to 5.5. The alarm is normal, so no need to worry about that. But we're just going to we're going to chill here until our status shows 5.5 cabin PSI. It's going to start with the suit compressor. It's going to take a little bit of time. Excuse me, we do need to actually that on. There we go. $5.5. And now we can close off direct O2. And now we're going to open it until our pressure, our O2 flow reads 0.6. And suit compressor is still actuating, so yeah, it looks like we may be having problems with the transducer. So we're going to do our best to guesstimate 0.6, and I'm just going to leave it one click like that. We're going to open the cabin pressure equalization valve. And we can actually already see that our delta pressure is already less than 3, so our leak rate was way less than the expected, so that's good. We're going to close that valve now, and we're going to monitor the delta pressure. And we do have to shut this as well to do that. We're just going to make sure that everything is, once the gas is done flowing, that everything remains pretty stable. Yep, and there we go. We can see that it is stable. So we can verify the integrity of our tunnel. Everything looks good. We can open the valve and vent her to zero. Or, sorry, equalize to zero differential. We're going to get both of our PCM bit rates to low here. My T key is having issues with double pressing, so I need to get in with that isopropyl alcohol and clean some contacts on it. It does look like we are getting an alarm from our S-band receiver. I'll go ahead and try and reset that. Okay, board looks good. Equalization looks good. Almost ready to, yep, there she is. Open that tunnel hatch. Start up our emergency cabin repress. And then we do actually leave this closed. We just open it just to verify that the equalization is good, since you can see the gauge can be a little slightly misleading sometimes. So that's why we open it, but we're gonna go ahead and, now that we've equalized the pressure and everything, we're gonna go ahead and go back to auto. We're going to open the hatch. We're going to stow the drogue and the probe inside the lunar module. And now we're going to go ahead and remove the tunnel and everything. And prepare for Jettison. Go ahead and configure our S-band here. We're going to stay on low PCM bit rate. Antenna select forward. Track mode slew. Plus 180. And that yaw's just going to go to minus 7. About right there. And we're just gonna chill now, pretty much. It's chill for 2 hours, roughly. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start our time skipping. And look at that. We're asked for a CSM uplink. Interestingly enough, I don't get that we should be receiving this uplink yet. So that's quite interesting. But we'll take it. And it's probably just a state vector update, so very hectic last stream. It wasn't that bad. Just a little rendezvous. I don't understand where we're getting this uplink from, though. This is definitely not scheduled. Whatever. We'll ignore it for now until it becomes an even further issue. Sunrise. Look at that beautiful lunar surface beneath us. And you can see there is a problem with the double tapping of the T key, so I may actually have to rebind that key to some other key. It's alright. I don't mind. There's always fun things coming up, like trans-Earth injection and the deorbit, of course. The deorbit and entry. They're always fun. Re-entry is actually one of my favorite things in NASP since it is implemented so well. Okay. Intervehicular transfer. LCG pump open. CDR audio. Open. And we will disconnect CDR. CDR is disconnected. CDR removed. Alright, LEM closeout time. Guidance control to pings. Mode control pings. Auto, auto. Mode control, mode control, mode control. We're going to close inverter 1. And we are going to select inverter 1. Suit circuit relief. Auto. And let's start opening some circuit breakers. Water quantity. Always do that to me. Tape recorder, open. Rendezvous radar, Deca gimbal, integral lighting, open. Flight displays, mission timer. Cross pointer. Range rate. GASTA. CDR FDI. COAS. Ordeal. And of course the power for all three of those. Since we've opened the flight displays, we of course should unpower them. Heaters. We need to open up our rendezvous radar standby and operate. AOT, open. Abort stage, open. ATCA pings will remain closed for that deorbit burn, but everything else should be open. And annunciators are officially off. RCS heaters closed, of course, for the deorbit. Close the glycol pump auto transfer for when we're gone. And that should be our ECS alarm. Without the suit fan, we get, yep, the suit fan alarm. Alright, comm stuff. We don't need the secondaries. We don't need the VHF anymore. Signal strength display, we're not going to be here to see it, so we'll might as well open that up. In terms of power, we'll open up the Ascent ECA control and head on over to the other side. Vent timer, systems engineer cross pointer, all of our RCS breakers except for TCA, of course, because of the deorbit burn, which we won't be doing because the astronauts don't do them. So we will not be doing them. Actually, propellant quantity gauging system needs to be closed still. But everything else open, TCA and PQGS closed. On propel, all three open. Annunciators open. Master alarm open. Logic B open. Engine arm. AELD. Our abort stage. Telemetry still remains closed, but the suit flow control can be open. All the comms should be closed except for TV. And ECS, again, we won't be here to see any of it, so take our last looks now before we, open that up. And we can say goodbye to all our gauges here. Suit fan. Diverter valve. All the heaters should remain closed. Sequence camera open. Inverter 2 open since we are no longer using it. Ascent ECA control open. And everything else should remain cross tie bus close. Balance loads closed. Everything else as is. S-band voice off. Verb 77. And verb 37, enter, 00, enter. At this point, we can come in. We can open the hatch. The CDR is going to make his way into the LEM. And the LMP will be following right behind. We can go ahead and just slap all three in the CM now. And we will go ahead and we will close out the LEM. Exterior light should be on track. And then we'll get our backup feeds on here in case one of the batteries dies for the deorbit burn, which we will, of course, not be performing. Make a save real quick. So with that, the very last thing then will just be the lunar module pilot making his way over into the command module. Okay. System engineer circuit breaker open. And we're already disconnected, so we're just going to go ahead and open our Project Apollo MFD. Set LMP to cabin, and number in cabin to 0. We're now going to close the LEM overhead hatch. Lock. That locking can be done by a wrench on the other side, which is, of course, not simulated. But floodlights off, and that completes our journey in the LEM. We are now ready for LEM Jettison. Okay, we're going to vent the tunnel. Making sure that we, of course, close the hatch. Otherwise, we'll be venting our cabin pressure, too. As you can see, we're down to 5 now, but that's a-okay. A little bit of a waste, but not much. Are you guys excited for that LEM jettison? There we go. That's a better view. I like to look at the LEM in the face. Okay. Verb 62. Verb 49. Let's get into that jettison attitude, which is given by the flight plan. In the case of Apollo 11, it is all zeros roll, 25 degrees pitch, and all zeros yaw. Ensure CMC auto. CMC is in auto. And confirm that auto maneuver. We can see we're already chilling next to it though, so we're good there. And let's go ahead and verify our digital autopilot. Let's go ahead and change that to 02, just because that's what I like. Whoop! I forgot how much the default orbiter tends to have issues with RCS utilization. We'll be very careful with our time acceleration now. And we also threw off our GDC. Nothing else seems to be the problem though. Just go ahead and realign that real quick. Oh yeah, that's right. Our pitch was broken. Oh, I remember that. Our pitch on that was broken. Can I get it in a 2D cockpit? I can. There we go. Got ourselves aligned now. Do our SM RCS checks here. We're good. Good. We're good. And the flight plan will include the nominal values for these RCS checks. And we're good there. Let's change our monitor to the quad with the least quantity. And we'll get our DAP started up. So verb 48, verb 24, 11102. As you can see, 1 means CSM only, so we are really prepared to jettison this LEM at this point. We're going to start up P47. EMS is in norm. Take our tunnel lights off. LEM power reset. Go for pyro arm. Okay. Let's turn the lights down low. Okay, any final words anyone has to say? Any final words before we say goodbye to the LEM? Goodbye, Eagle, and we thank you for your service. Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. Good ship, absolutely. She may have been chatty with that master alarm, but LEM's a good ship. Okay. Well, with that being said, all good things must come to an end. We're ready for LEM jettison. Are you ready? Yes, Lunar Module. Thank you for providing inspiration for a generation that has never seen the moon landings in real life, but will continue to live them on my streams and in NASP. so long, and good night.
Translation.
Docking collar is gone. Pyro saved. Logic saved. P-47 terminated. Look at that. Even after we left, she's still trying to hold attitude and do her job. Amazing. As promised, I left the lunar module uplink switch off, and we'll actually go ahead and verify that. Uplink switch is on up voice backup, so it's not accepting data. The LEM will not deorbit. It will stay up in lunar orbit for memorial reasons and celebratory reasons in the memory of our viewer's dear friend, their dog, Artemis. We have promised not to deorbit the LEM. And as well, astronauts didn't perform the deorbit, so I think it would be disingenuous if we did switch over and have to manually deorbit anyways. So it's staying up there, and she'll forever drift in lunar orbit and watch us as we pierce the sky, returning back to Earth. We're going to maneuver now to a flight plan defined attitude. And now, with one final verb, we will remove all memory of the lunar module from the CMC computer as we copy our state vector in place of the lunar modules. And that's it. The CMC has now been purged of the LEM data, and it now serves as our backup state vector. Here's our preliminary trans-Earth insertion pad. We're going to doff our suits. And yeah, we are most undoubtedly having the transducer problems, believe it or not. I think we're going to have to switch our ties here. Ooh. Something is most certainly up with that transducer. We're gonna go ahead and check for any other popped circuit breakers. I mean, the instrumentation is live. We know it's live because the needle's not exactly at that 0 mark. AC buses look good. Let's check the 2D cockpit. Just test for that. No, it does look like we did lose the transducer. Let's completely pull. And recycle. We'll cycle suit compressors. Okay. Let's see what else could it be. Instruments are all good. Transducers. Let's test the instrumentation panel here. It's all plugged in, central timers, all that, it's all good. Electrical power system groups are good. And how did we lose this indication? Let's try cycling the regulators. Regulators off. Regulators on. Let's do a test. Nothing. Hold. Nothing. Although we do see the reflection in the suit compressor. It may be because of time compression. We did see the reflected change in the pressure here. Let's try and dump some oxygen and see if that gauge moves. Okay, so this gauge did indeed move. We're not pressurizing from somewhere. Let's vent a little more. Okay, let's try and repress. We see the reflection in the suit loop, but not in the O2 flow. Okay, in that case, let's take a look at our, that's our coolant attenuation control panel. Accumulator. Oxygen surge tank pressure relief. Oh, look at that. With the vent off? Uh-huh. Something with the LEM tunnel vent. Must have secured O2 flow. Okay, because if we switch that to vent... Oh, no, okay. It just seems like maybe we recovered instrumentation somehow. Huh. Alright, well, I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't know why the transducer is suddenly working, but it is. So I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. As they say. Let's go wide dead band hold here, actually. We'll go minimum dead band hold, see if we're nice and stable. And we are very stable, so we'll go our wide dead band hold while we do some time skipping. Oh, we got the readout back. I'm not disappointed. I don't think the devs are probably like, you probably did something wrong. And I probably did. So, it looks like cycling the telemetry circuit breakers, and weirdly enough, the LEM tunnel vent valve fixed it. So, I'm not complaining. Besides, it's a really old version anyways. Alright, let's start purging O2. Yeah, you know, I was really expecting the like master alarm to go off or something when I did do that circuit relief, and it never did, and I was like, what the hell? Always when you do the circuit relief, after it's been in one position for a while, it does that that purge out with O2 to clear out all the CO2 and stuff. So when it wasn't chatting at me, I was like, it's very strange, very strange. But, as I said, I certainly will not look a gift horse in the mouth. Right. Let's get back into that proper orientation here. And while that's happening, I figured we may as well just take a quick look. Oh, looks like she ran out of batteries. So there she goes, off tumbling into space. Nope, she's got batteries. She ran out of RCS. And let's make a save. I want to take a look at that descent stage. There she is. Where's the S4B? Oh, you know, it's just chilling in solar orbit. Okay. It is time for trans-Earth injection. Lamp test. Lamp test. Looks good. Looks good. Command module RCS check. And pre-press conditions, of course, so the values are going to be very strange, but they are good. SM RCS monitoring check. Looks good. Yep, we're looking good all the way around there. Electrical power system check. Good, 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 good. Good. Fuel cell heaters, good, good, good. Talkbacks are good. Values, good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. DC bus. Good. 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 Good and good. Alright. Last up, AC bus. And all good there. Environmental control system check. We already checked our cryogens, so we're good on that. We'll go right down to all of this stuff. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Good, and finally good. Double check our secondaries. Good, 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 and good. And good. Alright, we're gonna dump our wastewater now. to copy yet another preliminary TEI 30 pad. Right. While we're venting our wastewater here, and I, of course, am waiting on that wastewater and the pad, I'm going to go refill my water, so feel free to, get up, stretch your legs, whatever you need to do. There's plenty of time between the pad and waiting for the next procedures, so stretch your legs, get some water. It is my time to remind you to hydrate. It is my time to remind you to look at something at least 20 feet away from you if you are not at least 20 feet away from your screen. So, go ahead and take care of your health. All right, I'm back. I got my water. All right, so let's take a photo of this pad. It may be the very last one we get. It says preliminary, however, that might be a typo. Just in case, we will, of course, record. Okay, state vector update time. It's actually early on that for once, so we'll take it. There's our state vector update. There's our trans-Earth injection target load coming in now. We unfortunately cannot do a GDC to IMU alignment, or IMU to GDC alignment, that is. Or no, it is GDC to IMU alignment because pitch at set is a wee bit broken, so that uplink is complete. She's gonna think about that for just a moment, and we're gonna do just a moment of time Excel. We'll give that a verb 66, copying our current state vector to the lem slot, and we will terminate our wastewater dump. How long does it take to go back home? So, unlike the 4-day trip to the moon, it only takes 3 days to get back. Because most of our time is spent in Earth's gravity well. And, you know, when you're going to the moon, that really slows your trip down. But when you're coming back, since we're going towards the Earth, most of our time is spent in that Earth's gravity well, we will constantly be accelerating towards the Earth. And that's why our trans-Earth injection burn is so small, because to slow down, or to speed up or to slow down, that is, to slow down back to Earth, you of course need to speed up in another direction, but you only need to speed up just, you know, till you're just like a little bit in, and you know what, when you pass right over that sphere of influence, the Earth just pulls you right in. You start accelerating. So to compensate for that, the burn is quite small. It is quite a small burn. We can take a look at some of our celestial buddies here. There's Saturn. and all her moons. Quite visible, actually. You can, wow. You can literally see the ring and all of those moons. Look at that. I don't know if that comes through on YouTube compression. But look at that. You can literally see the ring and all the moons in this. This optics is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, let's take a look at some other friends. What do we got? There's Saturn. We saw Venus. Let's take a look at Venus. There's the LEM. Here's what Venus looks like in the optics. Not as spectacular as Saturn, given it doesn't have any rings. There's the Eagle. We can still see it flickering away and wildly rotating. Probably as a result of our time acceleration, which definitely made that RCS, deplete rapidly. So, oopsies, sorry. Let's see if we can't get up here towards Mercury. Oh, we can't. But we can see that solar corona on the moon. There's TEI 31. We will not be burning TEI 31. We will be burning TEI 30. And that actually starts quite soon. Let's take a look at... I know Earth is around here. And this is going to be the most spectacular thing to see in the optics, obviously, but there she is. Just big enough to fill the entire optics screen. We can see it's currently pretty much noon in Australia. And of course, Australia is about the only continent we can see right now. So there's rather unfortunate, no city lights or anything, as we are looking at, well, a majority ocean, unfortunately. But that is still something else. Any other celestial bodies we can see in the optics right now? Nope. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, we got a flight plan to keep up with, but let's just get ourselves one more sneaky look at Saturn, because, my god. Oh, there is a cluster of stars here. Some stardust. Of course, it's remarkably unspectacular in the optics, go figure, since those are actually thousands of miles apart from each other, but it was worth a look. Wow, that is actually something else. That's amazing. Alright, let's zero out. Enough looking at the stars, we've got to go home. Turn the lights up ever so slightly. And we're once again going to go back to that wide deadband hold here. And here we go. Let's begin our pre-thrust program, our external delta V. Verb 37, enter. 30, enter. 135.27, 50.13. And I confirm 135.2750.13. Proceed. Plus 3220.7 plus 0669.1 minus 0095.6. Proceed. Much less mood lighting and more like I would like to see without straining my eyes, but yes. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, counting down. Mark. Right in the nick of time, that's what that is. That's how a professional sets a clock. T-minus 26 minutes down to the trans-earth injection burn. Lamps, of course, look good. We just tested them under an hour ago, so don't see why we would need to test it again, but the flight plan asks of it, so we will, of course, oblige. We are under 45 degrees Fahrenheit, so we'll kick ourselves up on a single heater only, line heater A, and we'll give ourselves an EMS Delta V test. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All tests pass there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5,806.8. And we may actually come to our control panel and rename the stream entirely. Since you know what? Oh, unfortunately, I don't think I can. How did I rename it last time? Oh, right, you know what? I got to go to my browser to do that. Because I should have... the live control panel. I meant last time. Oh, right. There should be a way to go to the live control panel anyways. Possibly under studio.youtube.com. There she is. Jettison tutorial and TEI tutorial. That's trans earth injection. Jettison trans earth injection tutorial. Save. And we are, of course, going to be saving this to our lunar series tutorials. There she goes. Now, hopefully, more people will find it. Hello? Hello? Hein Sherry? Hello? Oh, I forgot to start the Delta V test. Oops. That's okay. Meant to start that while I was, fiddling with the stream settings, but That's okay. We are expedient. We will survive. Compensated thrust trail off delta V is 3,271.7. $3,271.7. Delta V. Okay, non-essential bus, main bus B. CSM only. Rate 2. All 16 jets enabled. Load the DAP for the burn. One zero one zero one 11111. Command module weight is plus 37809. Pitch and yaw trim minus 00065 plus 00039. Verb 46. Verb 37, enter, 00, enter. CMC auto. Verb 62. Verb 49. And our burn attitude is 180. Excuse me, 181. 52. 13. And actually, we're very close to attitude. Nothing but a small roll will get us there. Unfortunately, the small roll is not going to get us there in time, so fellas, if you could please strap yourselves to your seats. I know, a little early. Don't shoot the messenger.
Rotation. Alright, now you can get out of your seat. We've got the last thing we need to do before we, of course, strap back into our seats. And that is the sextant star check. Same as every burn. Plus 213 60 plus 11100 And we should acquire star 23 according to the pad, which is the Nebula. Looks good. Verb 41, noun 91. And we can give ourselves the zeroed out the optics. Set us back. Manual, zero switch on. And we will now get strapped in for the burn. We are at T-minus 10 minutes to the burn. So we'll load up program 40 right after we turn off those line heaters. Verb 37, enter. Oh, computer could not have picked a worse time for thank you. Enter. We'll transfer attitude control to program 40. And we'll get our circuit breakers plugged in. Trans control power on. Rate command, auto. We're set for the burn. T-minus 6 minutes. Batteries on. Servos on. Rotational control to AC only to prevent jet fire. B mags and in SCS. Could wait for 5 minutes, but we'll start now, that's okay. Pitch 1 start, and we'll set you back to 0. Yaw 1 start, and we will set you back to 0. Clockwise.
Translation.
No manual thrust vector control. Back to CMC. Pitch 2 start. Yaw 2 start. Trim check. Minus. Plus 0. Minus. Plus 0. Pad values are minus 7 plus 4 I still have the LEM target out. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's what speeding up looks like. Okay, manual thrust vector control check. Control checks are good. And if we can see it, we can just barely make it out. Woo! I don't know if you guys can see it with all that YouTube compression, but I, for one, can. And the engine gimbal looks amazing. Okay, translational hand control, back to neutral. AC-DC, we'll get our directs on, and we are going to transfer attitude control back to program 40, as it was interrupted by our switch to the stabilization control system there. We are going to test out the computer's control of the engine now, to which she is looking absolutely fine. Everyone's in their seats. Computer trim check looks good. Trim load. Trim load looks great. Scales and rates are set for the burn. 3 minutes down. Okay, T-minus 2 minutes. Bank A is armed. And our ullage is 16 seconds.
Translation.
Okay, here we go. 45 seconds to the burn. Standing by. "35 seconds. Disky blank. 30 seconds. EMS on. External Delta V monitoring on.
Rotation. Translation.
Standing by for ullage. "16 seconds. Ullage is in. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Verb 99. Proceed. 2, 1. Ignition. Ullage stop. 1, 2. Engine on. Bank B on, that is. T-minus 2 minutes to cut off. As you can see, an impressively small burn to get back to Earth. But Earth's very large sphere of influence over us, where the moon stops becoming the dominating force, we're gonna really start accelerating toward that Earth faster and faster and faster and faster. And that's why this burn doesn't need to be so long, because we don't need to fight gravity. Gravity works in our benefit. All we need to do is just make sure we don't go too fast. Oh, and by the way, that was the sound of Tic Tacs. I know, not to be political, but during Trump's campaign, he had pulled out an old thing of Tic Tacs he said was from when he was a president, and he pulled out the tiny one and said that that's what Tic Tacs look like now. Can confirm, actually, this Tic Tac container is 65% bigger for the same price as the original one he pulled out of his pocket. The size of Tic Tacs have not gotten smaller. He purposefully bought the smaller container, so he's full of shit in that regard. Not to get political, but we value the truth here. He bought a smaller container on purpose. Seconds to shut down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shut down. Right on time. Engines disarmed. Gimbal motors off. Servos off. Battery power off. Trim axes, x-axes to 0.2 feet per second, so a little bit of a significant, actually, deceleration here. And we only trim x-axes. Alright, let's check out. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We remain 60 on that periapsis, on our lunar paracynthian. And of course, the top row is not applicable. So, wonderful. Looks good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Monitor the quad with the lowest fuel, and that is still quad delta. We are not going to heat up the SPS engine, however, we will be doing the helium and nitrogen tests. They all look good. Quantity looks good. Everything looks good. Thread start, thread complete. That's what we want to see. Copy our state vector over to the LEM slot. And we are going to pitch down. So we'll go SCS. And get us a nice pitch down.
Rotation.
Let's see it. Where's the moon? There she is. I don't know why it wanted us to pitch down, actually. We should have pitched up. But, I don't fight. I just do what it tells me to, damn it. Okay. Yes. Well done, Veranchu, the bald eagle. Well done indeed. We have visual acquisition of the moon. Let's watch this puppy get small. And we'll also acquire Misfin. Minus 49 plus 5. Okay, actually we probably just don't have Earth yet, because that is the exact angle we need, which that is probably why they had us pitch down, actually. We got it. Acquisition. We got it. Oh, look at that. It is wonderful. Let's do that small pitch up now, as we drift away. Okay, uplink for our PTC refs map. Oh, jolly. Oh, joy. Look at this moon. All right, we got our PTC refs mat in. Let's do our alignment. Sadly, it takes away from our viewing of the moon temporarily, but what do you do? Oh, but there goes a... Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on. We had the... we could turn that stuff off now. 103. Yep. All good. Oh, you know what? Holy smokes, I didn't realize we were that close to it with the optics. Hold on, let's stabilize our spacecraft real quick. Didn't realize we were drifting that bad. Of course, that means our course align was not the best, as you can see, is quite a significant difference in degrees here, but that's a-okay. It just goes to allow me to show you how the or why the star markings are important. So yeah, take a look at why the star markings are important. I'm gonna hit proceed wirelessly, if you will. So just take a look at that. And that's why those star markings are important. Let's take a look at the moon through the optics. Oops. Oh, yeah. That is looking wonderful. Unfortunately, the view is not going to last because we've got to get into PTC. But you can see that little jolt right there, that was a mere 3 minutes. Here's another 2 minutes. That was 2 minutes. Wow. Being inside the spacecraft can make you forget sometimes how beautiful it is. So that's 103.78. So verb 25, noun 22, 103.78. Plus 27000 plus 00000. And that little cheat there allows me to key in the verb 49 stuff while looking at the current values for roll. So the lunar module upper stages were never distinguished from their descent stages, but I can show you where the lunar module currently sits, saving, of course, just in case this type of transportation crashes us. But here we are. You can see the moon is starting to, of course, unload a bit now. So we get some funny effects, but there she is, and she's still blinking. She's got power. However, that RCS has run out, as you can see. It was struggling to accommodate our time skipping.
And there we are. We are going to completely stabilize as best we can, just because I don't like when my PTCs have a lot of drift in them. Okay, verb 48, enter. Verb 24, it's going to be 11102, and we are going to use AC roll instead of BD, so AC roll, so give us all ones. Proceed, proceed, proceed. We have already made that maneuver, so we can just pull it up, and we can disable the lowest fuel adjacent quads. So let's check out A and B, B and C, C and D. So I would say that the lowest fuel adjacent quad is actually going to be Bravo and Charlie. Well, yeah, I would say Bravo and... No, actually. It may actually be Alpha and Bravo. So we will go ahead and disable Alpha and Bravo. And we'll go ahead and we'll wait our 20 minutes now. And just look at that. We are moving at only 10 seconds per second right now. And look at how small the moon is getting so fast. Just look at that. You can see our landing sites. That is where we landed. Roughly, we didn't land at the actual Tranquility site since we, of course, piloted a perfect mission. We did not enter our descent orbit insertion at an incorrect time / angle, so we did not go long on that PDI, so therefore we didn't actually land on the Tranquility spot, but from this view, it might as well be because we were only maybe like a mile or two away from that. Yeah, I don't even think we can see it in the window. Let's take a look. Oh, we can. Okay, let's look at it from this view. How much time do we have left? 5 minutes on that? Okay. Not to throw shade on the astronauts piloting, it certainly was not the astronauts' fault. In fact, if I remember correctly, it was the fault of mission control that caused that burning too long, or not burning too long as in the engine is too long, but them going downrange too fast too quickly. Pitch and yaw to Excel command.
enable all jets. And here we go. So verb 21, noun 01, enter. 1332, enter. 00000, enter. Verb 24, noun 01, enter. 3125, enter. 12, enter. 35400, enter. Verb 24, noun 01, enter. 3175, enter. 2, enter. 27303, enter. Verb 21, noun 01, enter. 1332, enter. 70000. Roll rate established. Looks good. Verb 21, noun 01, enter. 3255, 5252. And we can do verb 74 to clear the disk key. No, it still thinks we're in the auto maneuver. That's interesting. So we can go CMC hold. Ah, okay. Hold on. We can get verb 34. There we go. And that keeps us... Does that keep the DAP configured? It does keep the DAP configured for the roll, so we're good. We can power down our quads. Okay. And she's up in the window now. We have to disable the primary glycol evaporator now, so H2O flow off. Steam pressure manual, and increase for 1 minute. Cycle the fans. And perform water chlorination is not simulated. We need to get the repress package on because we're going to sleep. All the quads are off, and we just need to do a wastewater dump, which is going to be a really small wastewater dump. And that's it. Very small wastewater dump. And that begins the rest period. So, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. It was a great time hanging out, and now that we're done with this mission, there's just drifting on home, and I'm probably not going to add any of the drift home to the checklist, or sorry, to the stream, minus that final day, Because to be honest, you guys should know how to do all these mid-course correction burns, so I won't add them to the playlist, or I'll maybe do streams of them, of course. They're going to be chill streams, it's not going to be on the playlist or anything. It'll probably be delisted afterwards, so be there or be square. It'll be more of a hanging out kind of session. Plenty of time to chat. And yeah, so you all should know how to do MCC burns. They're covered in a lot. We've done RCS burns using P41. Those have been covered. Everything's been covered, so I don't need to cover anything else in these tutorials. You all should know how to do them now, and I'm not going to add them to the playlist. So it should just be very chill streams. They'll be delisted afterwards, and yeah, so right up until we hit that final day, 190 hours really. That's when we're going to be starting that tutorial for lunar entry. So yeah, stand by for that. It's going to be a good time. It is not Jupiter F-14 Tom, unfortunately. Also, I do apologize that you came right at the end of the stream. I did not plan on streaming past this flight day for today. I could go a little longer if you would like, of course. However, I was just about to head out for the night, but I don't have much to do, so I could go just a smidgen longer. They're joking. They're joking, obviously. So yeah. By the way, F-14, if you've never seen what the cockpit looks like, here you go. A good view. You know what? We are sleeping, so I think it's only appropriate if we get the proper sleeping mood lighting going on. Alright, we got that nice sleeping mood lighting going on. And yeah, I think F-14, this is your first time being on one of my streams, so if you would like, I can continue. And we would have to coast until our start of the next flight day, but I can most assuredly continue the flight if you would like. Just so that you could see a little bit of what it is that we do here. But we're currently in one of the more boring phases of flight now. We are returning from the moon, actually. You know, the LEM and everything, it's all gone, it's bye-bye, so. Whee! in our nice barbecue roll. Can't go to Venus, unfortunately. We do not have that kind of delta V. Actually, we might have that kind of delta V, but it would be really deadly. We might actually have that delta V. RTCC is not equipped for that kind of computation, so I was going to say I'll think about it, but I can't because the real-time computer complex is not equipped to do the calculations required for a trans-Venusian injection burn, so... Yeah, so even if we did have the delta V, which we might, if we maybe ditched the LEM, or maybe we brought a LEM and we burnt everything we had out of it, we might have the delta V for a trans-Venusian injection and a free return to Earth. We would never have the delta V to insert into Venusian orbit, but we may just have just barely enough to get ourselves a trans-Venusian orbit and a free return back to Earth. But it would be deadly. There's no radiation shielding on this thing. The heat shielding is not adequate enough. It's just designed for a flight to the moon. And that and the real-time computer complex is not equipped to handle those types of calculations, so... No, we don't have nearly enough delta V to go to Mars. See, the thing about going to Venus is that it's closer to the sun. So it requires you to speed up, but ultimately you don't need to put in as much delta V, right? Because you can count on the sun pulling you into Venus. It's very, very tricky to do. If it's not done right, it could be way more expensive. However, it should, in theory, be less delta V than, say, a flyby of Mars. Assist thanks to the sun's presence, so... Unfortunately, we are only equipped for the computation with the real-time computer complex of going from the Earth to the moon, landing on it, ascending, rendezvousing, and coming back. That and the, honestly, quite frankly, the thing I didn't think of, the biggest constraint in all of this is, of course... wrong side, is, of course, the amount of the amount of power plant fuel we have on this thing. You can see that we just did Apollo 11's flight plan, which means that it only lasts 190 hours or so, which, by the way, we are on 141 hours, 142 roughly. And you can see we are damn near down 50% quantity on our hydrogen, and 55%, we'll call it 56% quantity, 51 and 56% quantity here on hydrogen and oxygen, which is the entire power plant. Without these gases, we are dead. We lose our fuel cells, we lose all the power, we lose everything. We don't have the LEM, so that would be deadly. So, unfortunately, while we may have the delta V for a Venusian, trans-Venusian, this little circumnavigation of Venus, It is certainly not within our power budget to pull such a feat off. Yeah, absolutely not within the power budget. Can I just steal Delta V from planets? That is not, unfortunately, how that works. I mean, yes, kind of, but no. If we did that, we would never return back to Earth. That's the problem. Yeah, it's not possible. That kind of looks cool. Get ourselves a little perturbation like this with the camera. That's nice. We can observe sort of all angles of that service module and command module. It's a little nauseating, but as a film effect that wouldn't last more than maybe 10 or so seconds, it's pretty cool. I'll remember that. Oh yeah, here's another one. Whoop! There went the CSM. That was it. Watch, I'll show you it again. This time with the overlay. It's gone before you can even see it. There it goes. As a matter of fact, actually, I think if we turn target lock on, we could get a really cool shot out of this. Yep. There we go. Just in case you forgot how fast space is. That's how fast space is. That wasn't even time skipping, by the way. That was all real time there. Anyways, we are approaching the end of our rest period. I always do the rest period at the end of the last stream just to sort of wind down and everything. So we are approaching that rest period, which means we are approaching the end of the rest period, which means we are going to stop here. So, speak now or forever hold your peace. Looks like no one's got anything further to add, so with that, I bid you all a good night. We are going to crawl down into our little sleeping spot. Down in the bottom of over here, and we're just gonna sprawl out and sleep down here. So, thanks for showing up, F14 Tomcat, and hopefully next stream could be a little more interesting for you. Thanks for showing up, Madison and Hein. I'll see you all in the next time, and the crew will be awake in approximately 2 minutes into the start of the next stream, so thank you all for stopping by, and have a good night. Oh, and before I go, a while back, I did manage to sort of encounter a glitch when I splashed down with the parachutes, and then accidentally time accelerated. So, I don't think I've ever showed this off before, and I apologize if I had, but it is quite funny to see anyways. So once it finishes loading... Oh, and it's just going to crash right away, actually. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. So it is finished loading. I give you all the manned Voyager mission. We can see there's the Earth and the Moon right there. And we actually have power somehow. That actually was not like that before. So yeah, here's the manned Voyager mission. We do need to preserve our batteries, though, so... There you go. Unless you guys would like to see what would happen if of course you were to lose power. You can see we already have a main bus undervolts. Whoop, and the IMU went into gimbal lock. Wonder how much battery power we have left. Yeah, we're very rapidly approaching that 25 volts. There's the Earth and the Moon now. Battery A is going to drop on us first. Yep, we can see battery A just went out. So there went the suit compressor. There went AC bus 1. Oh, we could see it. Battery A it's really struggling to hold on there. We can see our central timing equipment is coming down. We're very rapidly losing power. We barely have enough to supply power to the BMAGs. Let's see what happens if we try and start up the secondary system. We can see that pump is just absolutely dreading turning on. We did actually get a program to load out of the computer. That is actually crazy. Can we get program 21 to load? We have program 21. So through all these voltage fluctuations, oh, and you can see we did lose some telemetry here. And plugging the transducer in just absolutely crippled main bus B and killed main bus B, so... We can see that CMRCS talkback really is doing wonders. Oh, we have gotten some ooh. Oh, we lost cabin fans. We completely lost a bus. So we are out on main bus A. We can, of course, cripple main bus B by tying main bus B to main bus A. Ooh, we cannot. Ooh, we may not actually be able to do that. Bat C to bat bus B and A. No, we cannot cross tie those main buses, unfortunately. Meaning we are out. We can cripple main bus B though by tying up an inverter to it. That gets us our AC power back. Followed by another master alarm. So if you're wondering what the final moments look like, can't even turn off the master alarm. That sound is almost like the heartbeat. It's slowing down as the voltage comes down. Once we lose that frequency, that's it. Until all of a sudden, we don't even have enough power to supply most of the talkbacks anymore. As you can see, we are out on those. Don't even have power to supply these pumps anymore. Of course, turning the pump off, we do get a little bit extra juice. Enough to power some talkbacks anyways. For a brief moment. I am wildly impressed that this battery has stayed on this long. It is really, really hanging in there. Until... that's it. We have lost the power to most things. We do still, oddly enough, we still have some BMAG. We still have enough for some fans. However, we did lose AC, and we're rapidly losing voltage out of that battery. And in any second now, we lost BMAG. The very last things that are on, the computer and the cabin fans. That is the very last piece of equipment running in this spacecraft. Whoop! Okay, we got... somehow. We got something out of those batteries. I cannot believe our main buses are staying, or our AC buses are staying powered. You can, oh wow, you can really see how crippled this bus is. It is going slow. And that's it. Computer is off. Now it is literally just the fans running. And that's it. And that's what a total power failure would have looked like, right down to those last moments. Anyways, there's the funny glitch I call the manned Voyager mission. There's the Earth and the Moon. Hope that was fun for you. Little thing to add at the end of the tutorial, just because I saw it in my saves, and I thought it would just be fun to show you. So, have a good night.